Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Celebrity Challenge. Today we have Air Bud World Pup. This is a 2000 film, from the year 2000. It's an hour and 23 minutes long, and these are all the Air Bud films. There's 5 of them, by the way. Just recently, I think in the last 3 months, got added to Disney Plus, because in my previous, every 3 months, I reset my list, and I always look for new stuff, and these weren't there, and I don't know why. I don't know if these were always Disney property, or if they were owned by Fox and Disney took it. I don't know offhand. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a children's film. If you're an adult and you are obsessed by these films, it's because you probably enjoyed them as a child 25 years ago. But otherwise, I can't imagine an adult wanting to watch these. Unless you got a 5-year-old or a toddler or a young preteen or something who loves dogs and soccer. Well, this one's about soccer. There are 5 films. Of course, it started out with basketball. They went into football. It was 1997, 1998, 2000 with this one, 2002 with, baseball. He does baseball, 7th inning fetch. Yeah. And then, the final one in the series before, I think, spinning off into puppies, because he just went into retirement, I guess. The last one, I can look at it right here. Watch. The last one is in 2003. Spike's back. He plays volleyball. Yeah, here are the 5 films. That's all I'm going to show you for now. So yeah, these went as far as 2003, and then I think and again, I can't be clear. I'm pretty sure that the buddies, the Santa buddies, and the super buddies, and the space buddies, and all the buddies things where they start talking and yapping and doing little cliche character types. I'm the princess. I'm the hip hop guy. I'm the fat one, and I'm the smart one I'm the one who does just like yoga or something. I don't know. That's its own thing. I'm not going to complain about that until they come up again. I think I've actually watched all the Buddies movies by now, just in time for them to add the Air Bud films to the list. So just to be clear, I'm going to try to streamline this. I don't want to waste too much of your time on this. It is about a dog who plays soccer because he's Air Bud, and literally he has a reputation because the town knows him as Air Bud. When the dog shows up to soccer practice with Josh, his owner or best friend, I don't know what we call that these days when it comes to dog movies. Like, sounds like slavery. So it's just, he's a dog. So when he shows up, they're like, oh, it's Air Bud. Well, let him play, because he can do sports. He's athletic. Well, the thing is, Air Bud doesn't just get into soccer. He gets into girlfriends. He's got a girlfriend. In fact, it's a lab as well that is owned by Emma, the new girl in town from England. The actress is actually from Florida and does a just British accent. Let's call it that. Let's call it an attempt at a British accent, because the more I listened to her, the more I had to look her up and go, yep, she's from Florida. Josh, played by Kevin Zegers, and Becky, no? Where's her name? Where's Brittany Page Book plays Emma. By the way, her dad also is supposed to be British, but he's Canadian. So nobody in this is British, as far as I know, at all. But it takes place, assume, in America, but it was filmed in Canada. And there's a number of different kind of barely storylines going on here. The main thing is that Buddy gets a girlfriend. Josh wants Emma as his girlfriend, but he has 0 personality. He looks bored, or just he doesn't want to be there. I don't know if that's the actor or the character. He sees the girl, he's like, you get the intention that he's supposed to like her, but he really does nothing, while his goofy friend in high school goes out of his way and does silly things. and in order to get her attention, but she doesn't want him. She just wants the cute Josh. Josh is our main character, and they have absolutely zero chemistry with each other. In fact, when they eventually get to go on a date, when he gets the nerve, he has to act like a cool guy. I don't know. I must have blacked out at the part where he was told that, hey, you know what? In order to impress a girl on a date, don't let her know you like her, and don't treat her nice. Be cool. Like, I understand if Josh was nervous, if he showed any inkling that he could be nervous. Josh just didn't seem to want to be anywhere or do anything. In fact, does he want his dog to play on the soccer team? I don't know. I don't. You just get the idea that he's there, and he has to do the romantic thing between the humans, mess things up, have some sort of tension. Then he has a little sister who is a best friend, and they're spying on people, following the dog around. They're preteen girls. They're like 8 or something. I don't know, but one's got like lopsided ponytails. Like, is this an early 90s? By the way, the theme song at the very end of the thing sounds like the same people who did the Full House theme. I could be wrong, but it's what it's, if you listen, watch, you'll hear it. So we get the romance between the two human teenagers. We get the little girls running around who are being coached by Emma because she's coming to town because she's British, who knows soccer, and that's where Josh knows her. And then there's, of course, that brings the new dog to town for Buddy to hook up with. They get puppies out of the deal, which I think then these are the same puppies that would end up in the Buddies movies, but they do not talk in this film. If you know, if you've seen my past videos about the Buddies movies, I really, really, really hate movies where the dogs have to have their mouths digitally moving and talking and portraying like this cliche characterization. I just really, really, really hate those things. And so even if it's a good movie, like if there was a compelling story, it usually just drops it down a few notches when I start seeing talking animals with digital mouths. Thankfully, none of that is in this film. The Air Bud movies, as from what I can tell, from all I know, I've only seen the one, this one, they don't do that. There's also a thing where these guys, there's 2 bad guys, Martin Ferrera and another guy whose name I can't find because maybe he's Don McMillan? I don't know, because so many people's pictures are not in their IMDb right now related to this film. Martin Ferrera you would know as the lawyer from Jurassic Park who got eaten by the T-Rex in the Porta-John. Yeah. Which was kind of cool to see that. But these 2 guys, for the whole film, they keep coming back to them. They're the wet bandits of this film. I think something broke Hollywood children's storytelling when Home Alone came out. And everybody had to have predatory adults who are silly and incompetent and not really a violent threat to children, but they need to do something like steal dogs while pretending to be the dog catchers at the same time. Like, they had this whole plot worked out. And at one point, the big dummy kind of guy, not the smart boss played by Martin Ferrero, who also doesn't seem to be that smart because he's trying to kidnap Labradors for some reason. I don't know. Labrador retrievers? Are they going to make a ton of money? Are they really expensive? Are they worth a lot of money? I don't know this. You might be able to clarify that for me. But he has to dress up and put on a British accent, like the actors playing British people, but he has to put on a British accent to pretend to be a guy looking for a job as a butler for the father of Emma, who is in this small town, and he's very British about things. And I don't understand why they're there, what the whole purpose is. I don't think it matters. It really doesn't matter. It's just a matter to put certain characters in proximity, create some sort of tension, a ticking clock kind of thing, because right at the wrong time, the puppies get kidnapped by these two doofuses, and the kids, Josh and Emma, who Emma doesn't really like Josh that much anymore because he's kind of a jerk to her when they went to a really bad movie, Ninja Bloody Ninja. I want to see that movie now. So, and then, but then they are brought together by the puppies being born, and then with their lack of complete chemistry, they end up being friends again, and I guess boyfriend and girlfriend. They don't lean heavily on it. There's no kissing or anything, because you're 5 and you're watching this for the dog playing soccer, not for ew kissing boys. So in this, the kids have to go try to hunt down the guys who stole their dogs, and that makes them not available for the championship soccer game, which is attended by a famous female soccer player whose name I don't know because her name is also really far down in the credits so far that I did not see her name. And then there's other soccer players, and to spoil the end, yes, they rescue the dogs, they make it to the soccer game on time, and Buddy makes the winning headbutt into just a corner kick right into the goal, literally the last second, as you would expect a dog to do, and winning the game, winning the championship. And then as a coda at the very end, everybody's sitting around watching the World Cup at one point, and the American women's team is on the verge, and the woman who was at the championship game with Air Bud's thing, she's in the World Cup, and at some point the dog is part of the World Cup team, and all these women who have worked so hard to be in the World Cup, the biggest soccer football championship in the world, go, let the dog take the kick, or block the kick, or in the final moments. Yeah, we've worked our lives for this, and this is just, yeah. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it because it just makes it political and stupid. But it would be a possibly a funny joke, or just a worthless joke. So, I can't say I'd ever recommend this. Again, unless you are or have a 5-year-old who really loves soccer and dogs. And if you love dogs, if you grew up with this, awesome. Enjoy it. Never let me or anybody else shame you for liking the things you love that you're passionate about. If this is something you grew up on, go for it. It is 25 years old. But, so yeah, don't let anybody ever shame you for the things you love, as long as nobody's getting hurt, But, yeah, as an adult at this point in my life, seeing it for the first time, it's an hour and 23 minutes I'm not getting back. Let's pick tomorrow's number and see if it's better. Please don't be. Okay. I know it's not an Air Bud film. 162. Come on. 162. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a long one. This is the first and the last of this film. I'll explain. It's the first in a series, a humongous Disney franchise, but it is the last of the films in the series that I've yet to see as part of the series. I've watched all the sequels. This is the first. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Yeah. So, hey, we're going to set sail on the high seas with Captain Jack Sparrow. And I feel like I've watched everything backwards out of order. I've seen all the films already, but it's always nice to revisit them. And you know what? Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Jeffrey Rush, all these things, all these people should make for a good time. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl on the next Disney Plus Celebrity Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.